Day, on the 4th of May, fans of Star Wars celebrated by tweeting the phrase "May the 4th be with you" all day.
That was a big Twitter, huh?
Number 6. That's number 6. Shoot.
Man.
That went right over my head. I didn't even know that. No one came up to me and said, "May the 4th be with you."
Yeah.
Okay, Twitter trend number 5. Soccer football. Has to do with the much discussed topics, including Sunday's upcoming Manchester United versus Chelsea match.
Right.
Lionel Messi, the retirement of the Sammy Tuomas Hypia, whatever, something, soccer football. All right. Number 4, Justin Bieber. Hey, he accidentally tweeted pound PSST when he was trying to tweet pound pissed. I don't know. That made it. He could just anything.
Yeah,
that's number 4.
It doesn't matter.
And that's number 4.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Number 3 Twitter trend is Harry Potter.
Okay.
For whatever reason, okay. I don't know.
Because it's just Harry.
I don't know. Number 2 Twitter trend was the royal wedding. Still, it's the hot Twitter trend.
Okay.
The royal wedding is number 2, and number 1 is Osama bin Laden.
Okay, it's predictable.
Man,
guys,
that's our Twitter trend.
You know, are you looking forward to seeing some actual video of Osama or the parody of Osama? Which one are you looking forward to?
That's coming.
I'm just saying, it's coming, dude. It's coming. Now you got to have some cojones to do it.
Oh, you know it's coming.
Yeah.
It's
coming. You got to pick one, man. I mean, if you go see Osama at his age, it's probably going to be very striking.
Unfortunately, you guys know the conspiracy community. The conspiracies are running full bore now. Thank you for the wonderful way they handled this. Just if they didn't want to make conspiracy, they did everything they could to invite conspiracy theorists. They just did everything. They got now the Muslim people. They got Muslim clerical specialists weighing in on whether or not he should even have been buried at sea. Like, who said that? Like, who did you consult that said he should be buried at sea?
Wait a minute. This is a question. I don't know any better. Never served in the military. Don't know. At what point do conditions matter after you're dead? I mean, I really just trying to enlighten me.
That's what I was saying.
When you're the number one.
Right. You don't want to insult Muslims, so you charge a compound, put a bullet through somebody's head, but then you give them a wonderful burial.
Right. I'm not looking
Americans are schizo with this shit, that's supposed to make up for that.
Well, but Mario, I'm still going to go back to the other side. I'm going to say this. Is it true, and is this documented? You can help me on this. Isn't it true that he had once worked for our government?
Oh, yes.
Okay, now, watch this.
Right.
Now, watch what I ask you on this one, because you can probably
all of them have worked for us. All the big, evil, most evil motherfuckers in the world work for us.
Now, here's the question. The question I got right now, without getting elongated on this, is the part that, of course, anyone who's representing America, they die, right? Basically, die. Now, did they have a tribunal with Osama when they said, well, you have to pay for your bad deeds when you represented the USA? How come he got a pass?
The same way that Saddam Hussein got a pass when he was doing it against Iran.
Yeah, but I'm talking about its own people.
That's what I'm saying. They never care as long as it fits the agenda.
So it's an exception in the Quran.
Right, you're allowed to use. Oh no, I'm just saying for our people. We don't judge anybody.
No, I'm talking about on their side. See, when they then say we will kill the infidels, whatever you want to call it.
The Quran is just like the Bible.
Right, I'm just saying.
So in that sense, just like you have people who read the Bible who take it one way,
right,
and people who do it another way,
right.
Then that's the same as with the Quran.
So the same people.
Because, like Christians have, thou shalt not kill.
Right, I know that.
I
didn't want to go
hail
there.
Jesus and put a bullet in you in a minute.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I'm just saying.
They sure will.
I know. See, we know about our Christian history.
That's what I'm saying.
But when it comes to this, I'm saying, remember now, at the time that he was working for him, there existed a terrorist group to some degree. Once they realized and they said, you know what, royal family got a lot of money. He can be on both sides. He gets a pass. He doesn't have to pay for his bad deeds when he represented our government, so to speak.
Correct. That's the way it always is.
So it's an exception in the rule, period. Just like the Christians.
Always is. Right. When you work for us, then it's cool.
All right.
Just like you don't hear like the supposed Somali warlords who's had kids at SC. USC.
Right.
You know, and all of a sudden they cut a little deal, and now it's all quiet.
Yeah.
You don't hear much anymore.
I don't hear much. I know.
You know, just like the U.S. surely didn't want to piss everybody off by taking Osama's women, right?
Right.
His wives. So they just tell the Pakistani government, you take them into
That's right.
Custody.
Right.
And that's what's happening right now. That's the other story. The U.S. now says it wants access to the bin Laden widows. As it turns out, that the Pakistanis took into custody Osama bin Laden's 3 widows. And, the president, this is where I hate when people talk to me kind of stupid. The president said that the people who invaded the compound had the presence of mind to gather up the computer equipment. And I said, the presence of mind? You mean that wasn't part of the damn plan? So I hate when they talk like that. The plan was to go in there and get whatever goddamn equipment, okay? There was no presence of mind. It's like, go through there and take these things. I hate when they talk like that. See, this is another chance they're talking to you like you're stupid.
Right.
Just like we reported over a year ago about within the Pakistani government sympathizers with Al-Qaeda, the Taliban. We talked all about that. So to act like that's news, again, they're talking to you like you're stupid. They knew that. That's why they were doing the money stuff to get them to cooperate.
Right.
The people in Pakistan are not sympathetic to you.
Right.
That's why the government is playing a certain position, being corrupt like all governments, and taking that money to sort of do what they're supposed to do. So here they say, and now there's no question that they were probably working to support him and protect him, elements. There's no question.
Right.
But by the way, Vic, and the U.S. story has changed like 8 times as to what happened in the compound.
Well, let me say this, Mario.
It's changed like 8 different times.
Let me tell you what I would think if I was in that position and I had to be, and the instructions came down and they said this. This is my first thought. You know he has something near him so he can press the button and explode everybody and take the whole family with him. So you have like 1001, go. So to me, I would go in thinking that if I'm going to go into a place and I'm instructed to go in, he says, remember now, the first thing you're going to think about is he may not grab a gun, he may not grab his family. He's already preparing to go suicidal, and the family understands.
That's what people say, even though that's not what you find. Just like saying about Saddam Hussein, if you believe that was Saddam Hussein, who they found in the hole. There was no button. There was nothing. There wasn't even in cable TV.
Right.
Now this one, they got Osama sitting there in a jacked up room with a extension cord, hooked some stuff, shoot some videos. I'm just saying. Well, people are questioning these things, and here's the thing that we know for truth. Everybody's lying. The one thing we know, the Pakistanis are lying. U.S. government's lying. Everybody's lying, no matter who you listen to. So this is another one. We invite you to go to the press, go look everywhere, and see who you think is lying.
I say this. If he wants to remain the figure he is to his people.
Who?
Osama.
He's dead.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If he wants to remain...
How can he want anything and you're dead?
No. I'm saying, before they went in, if the role is that, to be a martyr means to give of self, give up your life and everything, I would be thinking, regardless of what I find afterwards, what is the thinking of that person? And the one possibility that comes to mind is, okay, forget about what's going to happen on the post-reporting. Don't you want to come out of here alive? Yeah, so what is the first thing you do when you're the Navy SEAL? What are you thinking? You have no political control. You are being instructed. So what do you think when you're going in there? How much time do you...
If you've been told to kill, you just go in and kill. And that's what it looks like. Like, in other words, first of all, right now it looks like there was no firefight. There was like one gun.
Right. Yeah.
So it was not a fortified compound then.
No, now I knew that. We knew that.
Well, see, either it's fortified or it's not. See?
It wasn't fortified. And
that's what gets me for they talk about all the barbed wire, the high walls, but there's one gun they said they found. Okay. I'm just saying, well, give us the real story, everybody, so we can have an opinion. I have no opinion because I don't believe anything I've read from anybody.
You got news reporting agencies.
Yeah, they're all lying.
So before when it gets to them, that you have to take.
Everybody's got hidden agendas. The Pakistanis in a damn near war with India want U.S. support. The government corrupt like all governments, making all kind of deals underneath, behind the scene. You had a whole political uprising, remember, in Pakistan as relates to their leadership and an assassination.
Right.
As I tell you, the plot thickens in all this. These are not simple plots. These are not simple things, everybody.
Right.
When you try to make it simple, it's not. Let me show you this one piece before we move on. Here's a piece from Al Jazeera where they're talking about
Pakistan's Prime Minister, defiant and defensive.
Allegations of complicity or incompetence are absurd. We emphatically reject such accusations.
Suspicion and disbelief have swirled around the country ever since the United States killed Osama bin Laden in a military operation on the 1st of May. The Americans found the al-Qaeda leader in a high-security compound in the town of Abbottabad, where he'd been hiding for at least 5 years. The most pressing one-word question everyone is asking, how? In his first public appearance since the raid, Yusuf Raza Gilani addressed Parliament and insisted his government knew nothing and he tried to spread the blame.
Yes, there has been an intelligence failure. It is not only ours, but of all the intelligence agencies of the world. The al-Qaeda chief, along with other al-Qaeda operators, had managed to elude global intelligence agencies for a long time.
He declared that Pakistan was not responsible for the birth of al-Qaeda, nor did it invite bin Laden into the country. The US invaded Pakistan's airspace to carry out its mission without Islamabad's permission or knowledge. Gilani warned against a repeat.
Any attack against Pakistan's strategic assets, whether overt or covert, will find a matching response. Pakistan reserves the right to retaliate with full force. No one
they are a nuclear nation.
The resolve and capability of our nation.
They have a nuclear weapon.
Sacred homeland.
The Prime Minister dismissed any doubts over Pakistan's relationship with the US, describing it as a strategic partnership which serves a mutual interest based on respect and trust. But until lingering crucial questions over exactly what Gilani's people knew and when they knew it, Washington may prefer to keep Pakistan at arm's length. Kath Turner, Al Jazeera.
All right, there's that piece. All right, now getting back, not to make light of these things, you guys, but people do. And it's now all the gloves are coming off because, I guess time has passed. So now you're hearing all the Osama bin Laden death comedy.
There you go. It's coming.
Well, I'm not sure how to take this, but, again, we'll go with the flow. Everybody has their own way. Again, because it's just the news. Will Ferrell did a piece on Funny or Die about the former president, George W. Bush, being notified. And so I guess, let's see what you think. It's like a parody.
Oh, if it's Will Ferrell, it is parody.
Good evening. Tonight, as of 1400 hours military time, I can report to America, the world, and the folks here at the Sizzler Steakhouse on Canyon Ranch Road, right outside of my gate-guarded community here in Dallas, Texas, where I also frequently eat lunch, that I've personally overseen a strategic and covert operation that killed the